decent turnout today. I guess we get started with the presentation first and then move on to the meeting after that. Is that fine with you, Parrish?
Sure. So welcome to the Guilford UCC for April. This is for the last of the month. Usually my wake is one of the last ones I have, but since this fell toward the end of the month, this is going to be one of my last ones. So Safe Digging Month. Hopefully everybody knew that already. We did have a CGA conference in Orlando, Florida last week. I did attend that, the 17th through 20th, and there was a lot of good presentations there. Reminder, 811, every dig, don't worry about what the depth is. Hey, I'm only going 2 inches. If you're going 2 inches, NC law doesn't say, well, you're only going 2 inches, you don't have to call. It states if you're disturbing the ground, you have to call 811 to have utilities located, right? And I think that remark came out of, there's some information when I say 811 garnered from Dominion Energy gas side and then Piedmont Natural Gas side. Find out the damage they had, reached out to the excavators who did it, the ones that were supposed to be professional excavators, why they didn't call an 811 ticket in. And a great many responses were, well, we weren't going that deep. We're going to go in 2 inches. We're going to go in 4 inches. The utility is supposed to be deeper than that. And it can be. So when it's originally put in, it's at original depth, right? But over the years, soil erosion, people moving topsoil in the yard, it can change, right? Sometimes it's even more. They add dirt on top of it. So just because you're not going very deep doesn't mean you don't need to call 811. Safe digging, it doesn't end with 811, right? You got to protect the utilities while you're digging around them. Respect the tolerance zone. So I know in the past, Piedmont Natural Gas has had some strikes. We had the gas main uncovered, right? And we were digging beside of it. We hit a rock, it kicked the bucket over, poked a hole in a 4-inch main. It happened. But, you know, just even though you called 811, you had to expose, you still have to protect that utility. If you're digging a long trench and it's a fiber line, old school copper line, natural gas line, whatever it is, support that utility throughout your work and then make sure you backfill that properly. You have to compact it up in layers to help support it. If you dump it all dirt in there, you're going to stretch that utility, whatever it is, where it's swagging and it potentially can break. Last but not least, what can 811 do to serve you better? Here's our high-speed video. Yep, it's that time of year again. Safe digging season. We actually have a toolkit that you can actually go out there and steal some stuff off of. You're not stealing, we're trying to give it to you. You have safety personnel that's in your company, and that's what they do. They can grab that stuff and then do a presentation to you folks. Also, during National Safe Digging Month, has anybody not signed up for the treasure hunt yet? I haven't because they won't let me, but if you don't need $300 extra, then don't do it. If you could use some gas money, right? $300. You can do it. It's real easy. They're going to draw Sunday. So Sunday is when it's going to close out. There's 6 videos in there. You can watch them, or if you already know the answer to the questions, there's 6 questions. Answer them right quick. If you get them all right, they'll say, "Hey, you got them all right. Your name goes into the pot." Sunday night they're going to draw a name out, and then if you win in the other building, it's a great big check that we'll hold and present to you. And then the real check will be in an envelope. We gave away $1,000 last year, I guess, because of inflation. We couldn't give it $300. Yeah, it was pretty cool. We did the Durham Bulls baseball game April 12th. Last night we were actually at NC State. I got home about 8:30, 9 o'clock from going and vending over there. So we are out in the public eye vending at these institutions. It just said earlier in the video, 811 is just not for contractors. And by going out to these events, we actually touch the homeowners as well to remind them. A lot of them don't know still, even with the billboards, the signage on 40, the vehicles running up and down the road, advertisements on the radio. It's amazing to me. And then April 18th was Lineman Appreciation Day. So that was one day you can recognize the men and women who were out there keeping electricity on to all of us. So we appreciate that. This week, 24th through 30th, is Locator Safety Appreciation Week. Thank you for the job you do. The locators in this room are the first line of defense protecting the utility and protecting the individuals who are digging around those utilities. So thank you for what you do. It's a thankless job most of the time. If you get it right, you don't ever hear it. If you get it wrong, you always hear it, right? I'm not going to play that video because it's in the past. We were at Martinsville. The Xfinity race was the 15th, was a Saturday. We were there for the truck race on the 14th, and then we stayed for the NASCAR race on the 16th as well. Next year, I think it was a great event. We've done it 2 years in a row now, and we plan on doing it again next year. If you're in the area or you want to come see us, we're giving away a lot of stuff. Had a little QR code you can scan. We were giving away, along with about 7 or 8 other North Carolina 811 centers. I know Arizona, I think, was the furthest one who actually attended and helped sponsor the Call Before You Dig 250. So it was a good event. So hopefully everybody here, and I think you are, is a safe digging partner. If you know anybody out there who is not a safe digging partner that would like to become one, there is the URL. Let me get my little laser pointer on. Woo, yeah. That's all right there. So here's some of the benefits. There's a little bit of delay between what I'm seeing on my computer screen and over here. But it costs you nothing and it's completely free. We simply want to help you share the safe digging message. We've got some safe digging partners for your vehicles, your equipment, and your hard hat as well. You can be one of the companies that we will recognize on our website as being a safe digging partner in underground damage prevention. So again, if you are one already, thank you very much. Across the state of North Carolina, you can see this is going to be March of last year versus last month, and you can see the tickets have increased 13.3. Year to date, just shy of 17%. This is across the state of North Carolina again. And then the transmissions across the state of North Carolina, March 22 versus last month, 11.5% increase last month, 14% year to date. So Guilford County, the 3-hour increased 42.1%. The new tickets had actually decreased. Usually this will correspond 7.4, and then the ticket updates have decreased 5.5%, which is outstanding. Average locates per day 468. So the total in the tickets, we had 10,722. And you can see the ticket updates made up more than half of that. Year to date, the 3-hour increased 48%. New tickets, 3.3% decrease. And even though it was down last month, ticket updates for the year are actually up 2.1%. Average locations per day, 454. So out of the 10,770 tickets, 72 tickets that were placed in Guilford, you can see Brownstone made the list, Greensboro, obviously, tops the list, High Point, and then Oak Ridge. So the dirt report, this again is compiled from when a excavator damaged the utility. If they don't call us, we expect the utility owner to call us, hey, some Bob was putting in water and hit our gas line. We would like Bob to call in and say, hey, I was putting in water and I hit the gas line in this area. But you guys are plan B in case plan A fails. And Guilford County had 48 line strikes that were reported to 811 and through the dirt report last month. So just looking through this, they were the third highest. Obviously, Wake and Mecklenburg always comes out on top.
Or Union County.
That's what I meant. It's four.
Yeah, I was just curious, like, where is your
Yeah.
compared to?
Well, Forsyth County, I mean, Chris showed up today, but nobody showed up for the 3-county Northwest. Forsyth, Stokes, Davie, nobody shows up to it. And you can see they've got some of the highest line strikes up there at 32. So, yeah. The Underground Damage Beach Review Board has already met. They met on the 18th. And the Locate Resolution Partnership Committee is going to meet May 17th, and that's going to be here at this event center. The board met last week, and then the state UCC is going to be July 11th. That's going to be Dominion Energy in Concord, and that does start at 10. And I think
That's a little Trinity Church right there.
those are going to be, sure, that's Tammy's area, so.
Yeah, right off the highway.
Okay, that's pretty good. But the address, if you'll go to the ncucc.org calendar, it'll be in there.
Yeah, I know.
Coming up next week is going to be the joint UCC. We're asking the chairs if they can get away to go to that. And on attending. Don't you mind Randolph chair? You're the co-chair for this one too, Mike. You're like double dipping.
There's a bunch of chairs.
Some of them aren't very
I feel
comfortable.
like you're a con artist or something.
I'm a salesperson, Mike. Come on.
Yes, sir. Zach is
So,
supposed to be-
is anybody here attending that?
We got one, Zach's gonna go out there too.
Okay, that'll be good. So, Wednesday, I get beat up by Robert Memmer if I don't mention golf is Wednesday. He said he is coming in for golf and then he's leaving to go something else, but he's gonna play golf that day.
Are you gonna gamble while you're there? Shock.
I'm not going.
What?
Tyler Ross, that's his area, so
Okay.
he's gonna be there this year, yeah. All right, so I'm not gonna beat it up because the deadline, I think they still do have some rooms that they can make available. If you'll reach out to Sandra Johnson at Dominion if you have a burning desire to go. But I think for the most part, it's already blocked up. Hey, we're hiring. We've got some CSRs that have left us. They just brought some on. Got them up to train speed. They're at home now working in their flip flops and their shorts and t-shirts. So one of the great aspects, once you do become a CSR, you can then work from home. They give you all the equipment. I've got the high speed internet to my house, the phone line, and then obviously the computer. So if you know anybody who is looking for some employment and they'd like to work from home, reach out to us. So looking over here, most of it is day. There are some evening and night shifts, weekend. We have somebody on call 24/7. So some folks volunteer for the evening shift because all it takes is emergencies, right? So they're not really that busy.
If I'm gonna sell this position, what's it looking like?
You'll have to reach out to the nc811.org/about/click on employment. And they can answer all your questions.
Would my boss won't let me?
That guy, he's mean, isn't he?
I could do that if I'm
Oh,
honest, at the same time I'm doing my other.
Well, if you sign up for the night thing.
Well, no, I'm
You
gonna
don't take
do it
any
during the day.
emergency.
I can do that at night.
I'm not hearing that. You might not want to say that too loud. Your boss will see you
I'm
loud.
gonna be talking to Paris behind you. Okay. I thought we're waiting back.
Again, April is Safe Digging Month. We have the National Safe Digging toolkit that you can go out there and grab some stuff. There is an NCA1 education team led by Ms. Ann Rushing. A copy of this presentation along with the sign-in roster. Matt, I will transpose your information over to Douglas. You don't have, they didn't give you an email, Terry. You need to get him an email, man.
Is it right there? Oh.
Don't worry about it. I'm just picking one. Everything will be uploaded to the NCUCC just as soon as we get through with this meeting. All right, sir. Barring any questions or comments, that concludes my presentation.
Thank you, Parrish.
Oh, thank you.
Matt, do you have the old business we went over last meeting?
No, sir, I don't have anything from last meeting.
Okay. I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember any,
Did anyone get the Duke Energy Tech, J&J's phone number?
I think they did get that
Yeah, I think they resolved that last time.
number. I'm not sure. He's not here today.
That's because we're not in his building.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm being recorded. I'll shut up.
I did talk to him the other day. He didn't mention it. I'll have to call him back and ask. But yeah, I tried. I couldn't find the number for him.
J&J Underground.
Oh,
For water locates after hours.
I got a contact if you need it.
I don't. Was it Jeff at Duke?
Yeah.
He was asking for it. But I think, they don't respond to after hours emergencies. I think that's what we're trying to verify.
Yeah, I think that's usually there. After 4 o'clock or something, they don't respond to emergencies.
Yeah. Okay. We can move on to, anybody have anything from last meeting? We want to touch on before we go on to new business?
Nothing that really makes a difference, but I did pick up an HOA. They purchased some street lighting wire from Energy United. So technically speaking, I am the public locator once again.
Where at?
Springs of High Rock,
In Davidson County.
Davidson County. Davidson County. I'm just making sure it wasn't Davidson County, but yeah.
All right, we can move on to new business. Well, my name's Dylan. I supervise most of Guilford County for USIC. I don't have any new business this month. They are talking. There is some interesting, like, locating technology the company's developing. I don't know much about it right now, but next month I can hopefully talk more about it. I'll bring that up next month since I know I can talk about it. You guys at GAC, do you have anything?
We're just really busy. Most of our work is in Alamance and was it Orange County? Headed toward Hillsborough as far as we can go. We're doing some work here in Guilford. We usually average about 38,000 feet a week of boring. So I know it's putting a lot of strain on y'all, but we're here and we're willing to work with you guys any way we can.
And you're doing that much in Guilford?
Alamance and Orange right now.
You were at the Alamance Orange in Chatham, UCC, wasn't? I thought you were.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I think this is a great thing, especially if we're excavating in your county or your city, I think it's a good thing that way. If there's anything that needs to be hashed out, we can resolve it or try our best to. So, I mean, that's pretty much where we're at,
How long is the Lumos project?
Man,
Multi-year?
and they're also bringing in multiple contractors as well. Not just GAC only. So, I mean, there's digging everywhere.
Loomis is bringing in more contractors, or you guys have got some subcontractors?
We got subs, and Loomis is bringing in even more.
Wow.
As much as they can.
So when you need a private locator, do the water lines for you.
I got you. We actually just hired
It's a business deal.
a couple of months ago to do the HOA.
Do they have a plan on how long it'll take to put in all their fiber, or is it just gonna be ongoing?
They're saying like 5 to 7 years, but who knows? Sometimes these projects will just dry up.
Yeah.
And then they just keep finding money, over and over and over. We're actually, and Douglas, he can correct me if I'm wrong, but we're trying to get it up to the state line of Virginia. It's the area that we're tracking toward.
Is it all communities or like rural towns and small towns? What are they doing?
Anybody in?
Yeah.
Backbone neighborhoods as we go.
Okay.
Then I was just, speaking with Scott, you know, he lives out there in, Graham, and a lot of places like when we're in Greensboro and stuff, they don't want us digging. They're like, no. They're actually happy. You know, they're like, man, you don't realize how our internet.
Well, the Charter Spectrum's doing a bunch of stuff fiber-wise up in Caswell County. And the rumors have been said that Lumos is gonna be moving into the rural area up there as well.
Yeah, I mean, they're going everywhere. I mean,
Yeah,
they just-
so you're right, the rural towns or townships and the people are excited about getting that fiber internet finally, that the big cities have had for a few years.
Yeah.
So it might be played a factor where people have gotten together, petition for that sort of thing.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's government backed or what, but I didn't know they just got Goldsboro pretty much lit up down there. And they're basically, they want to take it all the way to the coast.
Plus, I think they're taking a different approach that AT&T and Charlotte did, where they went retroactively to get their fiber and their light grid going up. Now they're going to the rural areas because they're the ones that are being built up. They'll have neighborhoods going up all over the place, and they'll already have the infrastructure in place.
So you use that contact list. I have contractors calling me from multiple counties. I'm good with finding names and numbers, and you know, if I can't help you, I'll find somebody that can. So if you have any problems, just give me a call.
We've been working with Watson and O'Donnell up there a lot, and
I like them.
they've been, you know, doing a great job for us.
Yeah.
You know, considering,
Yeah.
you know, the amount of footage that we're putting in. I know it's a lot of strain on the locating company. I really appreciate y'all doing what y'all do.
Thanks, sir.
How many crews you got working on that Lumos project?
We got 9 under us right now.
I must have close to 50 people out there, right?
Bunch of them, man.
That big, you can't keep up.
I just say, hey, you, you know what I mean? Where's your hard hat? You know?
Sir, are you with GAC too?
DOT,
Okay.
yeah, here in Guilford. We're working on a pipe on Blood Station Road, about to get it open back up pretty soon.
Okay.
All our digging will slow down till the budget comes out.
Any new projects coming up?
Not right off.
Okay. Any problems or damages or concerns?
Well, we started about 2 years ago doing the daylight. We don't have the big pump system. We got an air compressor and it works out good.
Okay.
We go out and pre-locate prior to actually closing the road, take pictures, mark where the lines are. So we start dig, you know, we already know how to start that day and start locating. Works out pretty good for us.
Good. What we got over there? Forget your name. What's your name?
Chris?
Chris. Sorry, Chris.
Sorry, got an email from my client. For today, like I said, I just picked up an HOA. I've been grooming them for the last 2 months, but last week, not this week, but last week is when we actually started on it. I'm getting emailed locate requests for their stuff, the stuff happening in their neighborhood. They've got 120 units. They got 500 parcels. And he said it's about 5 years worth of work going on with building new houses along the High Rock Lake there. So, and we don't have a contract or a service agreement, but we do have a verbal agreement. So long as everything holds up, we'll be drawing that up too. So I'll become a public locator at some point.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's a big step for business.
Yeah, right?
Yep. So we got it going on everywhere, Guilford County, a lot of revenue producing, the new neighborhood stuff going in, that's causing us quite a bit of work. It has actually slowed down a little bit. They're not quite building as much as they once were. We do have a lot of government reloads going on. Loudermilk off of Market Street, they got one going on there. We got a big project going on Layton's Net Road. Can help me out when I get lost.
Yeah, like that was a big one that we just wrapped it up actually last week.
Right.
That's been going on for a while, right?
Yeah, one phase, and then we got more funding and kind of extended it on and did some more this year. And let's see, coming up West Market at Guilford, West Market and Guilford College Road. We'll have a short piece of main to run there heading, east towards the train tracks, stopping right before the train tracks. And then they're gonna, like our major projects group will come in and work over there on Market Street on the high pressure main to kill a piece that currently heads west under the train tracks. We've got like a case main on the train track. They're gonna work on retiring that. High Point Industrial Park, I think Zach's got that one. It's a big, quite a bit of main going in. Over off of Sandy Ridge Road, right? I think, over in that area.
High Point Industrial Park off of Sandy Ridge Road.
Yeah, you're gonna run up Connor Farm Road and Sandy Ridge Road.
Aren't they really heavily developing that area over there, or new neighborhoods and stuff?
Yeah, yeah. If you go down Sandy Ridge, I mean, yeah, it's like grown tremendously over the past several
It
years.
just looks total different.
Now, I'm curious, now, do y'all, like for Lumen or something like that, when a new neighborhood goes in, like a new residential neighborhood, do y'all still go out and run that, or does
We mostly do like
existing stuff? Y'all don't do the new construction
Not,
side?
not at this point. I mean, they hand us that print, we going in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, y'all don't take whatever they hand you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I do.
And some of them are bad, but then it's like, well, when I say bad, it's a lot of, congested areas. And GAC's really made a name for digging in that type of stuff, over the years. Guillermo has, he don't turn up and down. We will find it, hopefully we find it the proper way.
Yeah.
I like how he was very optimistic about when he said hopefully.
No, I mean, guys,
Hopefully, it's a caveat.
I mean, you put in 38,000 feet, 35 to 38,000 feet of cable a week, you're gonna sustain some damages. And I'm really, really proud of these guys. I mean, they have stepped it up, and our damages are very minimal.
I'm not even in that side of it anymore, so I can't keep up with who's destroying what out there anymore.
Yeah, you gotta give GAC props, because GAC they're the most professional outfit for missile borne and directional borne I've ever witnessed in my 30 years, because when they leave the scene, it's hard to tell where they've been.
Yeah.
And so you have to give them props for it.
We actually strive for excellence in this industry, and I think we do a pretty good job.
I'm not just saying that to get your business either.
Right.
But it doesn't hurt.
You guys at P&G have anything else, or?
There's some little miscellaneous stuff going on out there, replacing valves, something, but it's a short section, like, maybe 30, 40 feet. It's not a huge issue, not like doing a residential neighborhood or these big projects where we're replacing the whole street.
Any difficulties getting utilities marked or locates done?
I'm not really, not that I've heard lately from our contractor.
No big complaints. Good. What about you, Matt? Anything new?
Nah, nothing going on in Guilford County.
Okay, good deal. I was surprised to see when Parrish did the presentation. Well, not surprised, it's like this last month too. The new tickets are down, but total tickets are up due to updates and 3-hour notices. So, use those tools if you need to use them. If you need to update your job, obviously do it instead of digging where there aren't marks. If you have to call in 3-hour notices, call them in. But make sure you're using those tools correctly. Reach out to the locate companies and work with them the best you can to get that job done as efficiently as you can. So not calling them in super early and not excessively updating them will help get things done in a timely manner. I don't really have any other new business to go over. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Well, I've got an email from Joel Calvary. He said he couldn't make either one of the meetings today. But he did send me, he's part of the Watch and Protect program for P&G. In Guilford, they had 12 damages last month. One, the excavator failed to support and protect the facility, kind of like what I was talking about earlier. 3, the excavator failed to maintain clearance. And then 4, no notification to 811. And then 4, they had locator errors.
These are all gas damages.
Yep.
when you talk
Yep,
about.
natural gas, yep.
Yeah, it'd be great if there's a more thorough database, but I'm sure a lot of the utility companies keep that stuff to themselves. You know, what's damaged.
Well, they're doing the root causes and he sent me the numbers for that.
Yeah, those are, we do that at USIC, cause analysis for damages we're responsible for. And it's a useful tool to figure out what's going on. All right, well, that's all I got. When's the next meeting?
May 24th.
May 24th, right before Memorial Day?
Yep.
Great. Same place?
Same place, right here if everybody likes it.
I like this place.
Since P&G kicked us out.
We've used
we're
it.
about to start our remodel.
We've used this place for meetings for USIC before too. You do allow, you know.
So as a member of the 811 community, right, if you're a member of North Carolina 811, you can request this, reserve it, and use it. We ask that you just not have a for-profit event, right? You're making money off of it when you're using the facility. But for training sessions, stuff like this, we're all about it.
Can I store some files and cabinets over here?
Probably not sure. I may have a place in my barn though.
Put in your garage, so yeah.
All right, Matt, appreciate it, buddy.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, he'll set
Yep,
up
have a good one.
some reels out in the pasture for you to have.
I guarantee you will.
Well, because we can get those empty cable reels.
Oh.